Hi, Malati Vijay Kumar welcoming you once again to Meen Man Cooks. In today's episode, let's see how to make a simple idli batter. I call it a senior citizens idli batter. Let's see the ingredients required. 1 cup of urad dal. 1 cup of urad dal washed well and soaked in about 2 to 3 cups of water for about 5 hours. 3 cups of Idly Rava. You get this in the market, washed well. 3 cups of rava washed well and soaked in about 3 cups of water for about 5 hours. I've already soaked them. Now let's see how to grind them separately. I don't need all the water for grinding. Just for transferring to the blender jar, I poured the water. Now I'll remove the water from the jar. And the same water I will keep adding as and when I require. That will do to start with. So now let's go to the grinding. Now let's just take a look. It's just broken into coarse bits. Now in the center, add about a spoon or 2 of water. When the blade runs, the water will mix very well with the rest of the urad dal. Now let's close and run the blender again. Can you see it's much finer now? Now I'll add another spoon of water. Don't add too much water. It's almost done. I'll just show you. You need to be able to see these air bubbles. That's when the batter is done. But I can see a few grains of urad dal, so I'll run it for another couple of minutes. I've added just another half a spoon of water. Now let's run it again for another couple of minutes. So it should be done. Yes, can you see the air bubbles now? And it's a smooth batter. Now we can transfer it into a mixing bowl. About a tablespoon of crystal salt. The urad dal is bubbled nicely. So let's transfer the contents to the bowl. Remove all the water, squeeze it out and add to your mixer grinder. This rava, you don't have to grind it to a fine paste. Now let's grind the rava for just a minute or 2. Done. Now this is how your rava batter should be. Let's add it to the urad dal. Now mix both the batters along with the salt. Mix it well. Only if you mix it with your hand, it will ferment, but don't allow it to become too sour. The same 8 hours as for the millet dosa mav should do good. This takes 2-3 minutes longer to steam than our regular idli batter. Allow this to rest for at least 8 hours. It will ferment. If it ferments for too long, if you rest it for too long and it ferments too much, the idli doesn't taste good. So Mix it nicely, fluff it up with your hands. This cannot be done with a spoon. Another thing is, this idli takes 2-3 minutes more time than our regular idlis because we are using rava. I normally prefer to exhaust all the batter on the following day itself. I make idlis with the entire batter, store the idlis in the fridge, heat them as and when I require, because on the third or fourth day your idlis will not be as good if you do it with the batter. So better to do the idlis on the following day itself. I'm sure this has motivated you to cook. Do try it and give your feedback. For the recipe, click on meenman.com. For all your non-veg requirements as well, click on meenman.com and place your orders. Do follow us on FIT, that is Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I'm sure you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed showing it to you. Thank you.